Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to the journey where we come across individuals who keep the righteous laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High and have powerful testimonies. And today I am with a brother that in the Indianapolis area don't need too much of an introduction, but some of you may not know who he is. You may not know the struggles and the journey that he's been through. He's been traveling across the country, sharing his word, sharing the word of the Most High through the form of music. But he has another side that other individuals don't know too much about, and we want to go ahead and talk about that today. So if you want to introduce yourself to those that's taking a look, tell them a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to go into the behind the scenes of Vizion the Hebrew.
Vizion the Hebrew is the name that I go by. You can find me on Facebook under Vizion Yisrael. I'm on all music platforms under Vizion the Hebrew, Vizion with a Z. The Z is for Zion. My government is Vincent Stewart. I don't mind. You might be able to find me up on some things behind that name. Not too much, but I ain't got nothing to hide. I've never done nothing in my life where I'm embarrassed of, because I feel like if it was something that I'm going to be embarrassed of, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, man, I'm here to do a little interview with my aunt, and let's get it in. Whatever you need to know, whatever y'all want to know, y'all can hit me up on my platforms under Vizion the Hebrew. I answer questions. It is what it is. I ain't nothing but a dirty rag. So let's get it.
Okay, hallelujah. So I came across you a few years ago at a gathering. Listened to the album. I was listening to it all the way back down 75. I think I met you in Detroit.
Yeah.
Some years ago.
Yep.
And listened to your album 3 years ago.
Yep.
Right down 75, listening to you, Makello. Shout out to Makello as well, the brother right there. Listening to the album and just hearing the passion that you have for the Most High.
Right.
And then I've been seeing you at other events, seeing you online, doing different things. But we want to hear about the younger Vizion the Hebrew.
Right.
All right. Let's go back to your younger days. How was your upbringing when you was coming up as a child?
It was a little rough, but all praise to the Most High. I'm not complaining about it because it brought me where I'm at today. I was raised by my granny and my auntie. They raised me in the Apostolic Pentecostal church. I was on top of that. I was living in a rough neighborhood as well. So, I had the Bible around me all my life, but being that I'm raised by two women, it's hard for them to know what to do with a young man living in such a rough neighborhood. So it was like I was in the hood, I was in the church, I wanted to be here, I was getting pulled back and forth. But all praise to the Most High that I'm able to go through that testimony, because it's a lot of people out there that can relate to my story, and that helps me be able to pull people into this truth, because I can relate to what they're going through and what they've been through. But that's basically what happened in my childhood.
Okay, so we gonna go back there, because I can relate a little bit. The Apostolic Pentecostal, so you was down there trying to speak in tongues and trying to be filled with
all that madness.
Well, and I can agree to that. I had a little similar background at a point in time. So did you ever receive the Spirit of Yah as you was in that?
No, I've always felt like there was times where I did try to receive the Holy Ghost by hallelujah, how they do it.
Right.
And a couple times that I did it, I was like, why don't I feel different? It's like I just feel like I'm just running out of breath. My tongue getting tired and tied up. That's why it sounds like I'm saying a bunch of blibber blabber, because I'm just saying hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. After so many hours, nothing is happening. And like I said on one of my songs, I said when I was in the church, I always had the zeal, but I knew something was missing. And that's what kept me with the Bible, because it was so much going on in the church that I didn't agree with, because I'm like, that's not what the Bible say.
Right.
But you know what? I'm finna leave this church alone, but not the Bible.
Right.
Because I've always believed the Bible. I just didn't believe what the church was putting out.
So let me go back to this now. So how old was you at this point when you just decided that I'm gonna believe the Bible, I'm leaving this apostolic thing alone?
Man, I was about 13 or 14.
Okay.
Because like I said, I was raised by my granny, so it was hard for her to tame me and to make me do exactly what she wanted. I was a very a lot of manners. I got yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir. But I still had my roughness, and it was hard
Right.
for her to keep me tame and tell me what to do. So I got about 13 or 14. I was like,
It's over.
it's over, Grandma. I ain't going back to the church.
Right.
I'm not feeling it. But I never let the Bible go. She knew I still believed in the Bible, but she just knew I was not going to the church. And she respected that, and that's how it happened. Around 13 or 14, that's when I really stopped going to the church.
So at that time, did you have any like experiences with the Most High that had you some experiences that really made you want to serve Him in a higher fashion?
Yeah, it really started with my brother. One of my brothers, he got killed when he was like 16.
Dang.
He was 16. We was about 16. It was back when we were into paganism. It was Thanksgiving night. He got hit by a car. Lady kept doing some lesson out there for dead, and then it was like that's where it started. That's what started me getting close to the Most High. Then I say probably about close to about 5 years ago, my same brother, his mother, she got killed. And that's what really brought me closer. It was a lot of bad things happening that brought me closer to the Most High. I asked the Most High a long time ago to bring me closer to Him, whatever it took. And it took some wild things for it to happen, but it happened. And it brought me closer to the Most High. So I'll say really jail and a lot of death that I dealt with in my family is what actually pulled me closer to the Most High.
Okay, so so you kind of fast forwarded up to a few years ago. So going back to like the teenage years, you know what I mean? You talked about 13, you left the church. So at that point, what did you start doing? You started like getting into the streets, or you already in the streets?
I was already in the streets, but it seemed like it started getting worse. You know what I mean? It was the people that I was hanging around as well. I was hanging around. I've always hung around older people, but these older people that I was hanging around, they wasn't teaching me nothing good. They weren't showing me nothing good. They was, teaching me how to carry guns and how to sell drugs and all the wrong stuff. And it got worse and worse and worse. And before you know it, the first time I got locked up, I went to prison for selling drugs. I was about 18, and then I started reading my Bible more on my own. And actually, my cousin John, I never forget. He was 18 years old. This is before I caught my case. He told me, no, God's name is not God, it's Yah.
Oh, 18 years old.
I was 18 when I first heard about being an Israelite.
Okay.
So then I went to jail, started looking into it. But what was pushing me back off of it so much is because I started running into brothers who were Israelites, but they didn't believe in the Messiah.
Okay.
And that's what kind of threw me off of it for a while, because I wasn't dropping the Messiah. You know how, that's one thing I can say about the Christian church. At the Apostolic Church, they made sure we believed in the Messiah. That He was the Son of the Most High.
Right.
And when they was coming to me with that, it just was throwing me back off of it until I started doing my own research, studying on my own, and before you knew it, I was like, this is what it is.
So during your time of having that prison stint, the Most High was dealing with you at that time. So was he dealing with you in the prison time, or was you just was on something different? So I know a nice amount of times when people in the Most High got to slow somebody down, they go to prison, and then some people become Muslims, or some people they develop a higher spirituality when they at a still place.
See, that's kind of, I was already, like I said, I was already getting into my word. My cousin was telling me Yah and all of this, but then it was like, when I went to prison, like you said, I had nothing else to do now, no more distractions. So that's when I really started doing my studying and all of that, getting into it while I was in prison.
Right.
But in the world, I knew about it. I just wasn't digging into it like that. It was so many distractions, women, the streets.
Right.
So I had too many distractions pulling me away from it. Yeah, when I did sit down for that little year and a half that first did, when I sat down for that time, that's when I started getting deeper and deeper into it.
So now you get out, you come out of there now. out of that first bid, did you go right back to what you was doing?
Yes, I ain't gonna say like no. No, I didn't. It was more like I got out and I wasn't selling drugs or nothing no more. I dropped that. That's what I went to prison for the first time, selling drugs.
Okay.
But I still had bad company around.
Yeah.
They were getting into drama. And I was a hothead at the time. I was the one they called for drama.
Right.
And a couple of my people called me for some drama.
Right.
You know me, I grabbed the gun.
Right.
I'm gone. I'm on my way there. And I feel like this was the most high. I was on my way there to do whatever it was that I probably would have done when I got there. But I got pulled over by the cops.
Man.
And ended up catching a gun charge. And went to prison again. That was the second time. I only been to prison twice. That was the second bid that I went to. But after that, that's when it was over. But after I came out from that bid, it was like,
Laser focus, huh?
yeah, let's get it together, man.
So now you come out, shalom, brother.
Shalom, brother.
So you come out after this second bid, and now what happens at that point?
I was more on, started doing Christian rap.
Okay.
There was some brothers around me that was Christian rap, so I started doing that with a little bit. Still was like, I knew like I'm an Israelite.
If you speak up for him.
You know what I'm saying? And after so long, I was like, my brother Mikello, he put out an album called Life Over Death. And as I'm listening to my brother's album, I'm hearing him just saying a lot of things that I knew already in my head that I've been hearing about some Hebrew stuff. Oh, man.
So Mikello is already, at this point, he's in the walk.
Yeah, Mikello was actually, he started walking in the truth before I did.
Okay.
I knew about it when I was 18.
Right.
But he started actually walking in it before I did. And then when I got out of prison, I listened to his CD. And it just started ringing bells. The lights started coming on. So I called my brother Kello up. I got excellent questions. Like, bro, blase scoop, what's this? And he started pointing me in the directions. And after that, it was just like,
So then so y'all two link up as a group now? So
no, me and Kello been friends since we were about 15. So he was there to witness all of this with me.
Right.
Prison, everything that happened with him, I was there to witness all that. We witnessed each other transform into what we're at now. We witnessed all that.
Okay, so now you listen to his album, you asking him questions about certain things. He's giving you the answers, he's pointing you to the scriptures. So what happens at that point?
I just took off with it myself. And that's like you said, that's when we did the other CD, the CD you were talking about, Shabbat, Trinity Shakur, which stands for three black men. Look up the word Shakur in Hebrew. I mean black in Hebrew is Shakur. So that's why, you know what I'm saying? That was one reason why we named it Trinity Shakur. And on top of it, we all grew up listening to Tupac.
Right.
So that's where we got it from. And then, you know, we tried to make that CD to where everybody could accept it. Even though we had knowledge in our head, we was like, they not ready for all of that yet. So we made it to where Christians can accept it. That's why we didn't try to go too hard on what the names that people call and nothing like that. That's why we said, you know what, we're going to do their name, so everybody will be able to accept it.
Right. So it's a wisdom.
Right. And then when they hear us after this, they'll be able to take the meat. Right now, we're going to keep giving them this book until they get this speech. That's why we did it like that.
Okay, so yeah, y'all been going hard. Y'all been on the Kingdom of Israel radio.
Yeah.
Y'all been on
Shout
there.
out to DJ Judah.
DJ Judah. Y'all been on Kingdom of Israel radio. Y'all been at different gatherings. Y'all have been on stages with well-known artists in the nation. And so where that's been leading you at now in your journey and your walk with the Most High? Just have a beautiful child. Just came forth a few months ago.
We had a child.
Yeah.
I'm not. She's gonna be a year. Next month.
Yeah, man. Time is flying, man.
Yeah, she'll be a year next month, but it's just like, you know what I mean. The music is just another way for me to
Speak up a little bit.
music is just another way for me to to talk to the lost sheep. Because it ain't me doing the music. Everything that I put out is the Most High. I'm just a tool. I'm a dirty rag.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's like it really does brighten me up to see young people. Because I had some young brothers from my child Thursday, this past Thursday. Young brothers, street, hood, gang bang. One of them was Chicago. Came up to me, I gave one of them my CD. Came up to me and was like, "What? And I love that CD, man. Can you give me some copies so I can give it to my people?"
Man.
And I'm like, that's who it was for.
Man.
I can care less because it'd be a lot of people that try to bash some of us that do music or rap or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The Most High, he said, let everybody with a voice sing, rap, whatever. He didn't say how to bring it out. Bring it out. If you want to bring this word out for me, bring it out. However I use it, bring it out. Bring it out.
Right. That's a problem that some people that sing have. You know, they feel like the singing only is for the voice of the Most High, but they don't know that as the Most High deals with people through the form of more of a poetic preaching.
Yes.
Poetic preaching.
Come on, man.
Bringing that word out that way, that it's going to reach more people in the hood.
Right.
More the lost sheep that way. Because everybody don't like singing and worship all the time.
Right. And then on the flip end, everybody don't like rapping neither.
Everybody don't like rapping neither.
We need to equal each other out. We are all one body. Just because we're one body, you got a body right now, your finger don't do the same thing your toes do.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we all part of the same body.
Right.
Moving through the same ruach. If we're moving through that spirit, then it's, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna hate on this brother because he sing or he preach or whatever it is. He getting that word out there. His fruit, you see his fruits, and you see this man's fruits, and they good fruits. You shouldn't have nothing really to say about what you're saying about this man, because you could be blaspheming the Holy Spirit.
Right. So after this second time now, you do this second bid, and in your mind you determine that you're never going back again.
Man, if I go back, man, ain't no turning back.
Yeah.
It ain't no turning back. When you come to this, it ain't no turning back.
So what was some of the key messages that you have learned the second time of being behind bars? Was it anything that you can share with the people that can help them? Maybe you got somebody that's in the streets that's watching this video, and they might be like, man, you know, bro was in the hood, he was doing his thing.
Move in the spirit of how the Most High wants you to move, and don't be out here risking your life for wickedness, because you're gonna end up in a bad position. If we're not doing it for the Most High, it's vain. It's all vanity. It's all gonna burn. You know what I mean? I caught myself getting in trouble, and I'm not finna sit here and blame other people. This is all my fault. We all got our own choices. But I should have made better decisions about the people that I had around me. Even now, even people in this truth, there's some people that, you know what I mean, I can't have around me because of the spirit that you got on you.
Right.
I'm telling you, it'll rub off on you.
Right.
You can't be around a bunch of wolves and think somebody ain't gonna bite you.
Right. That's the be not deceived, evil communication corrupt good manners.
Yeah.
You know, birds, every beast resorts to its own kind. So we know that to be true. So I wanted to ask, is it some last words of wisdom that you can share with the brothers, or anything else that you want to bring out about your story that you feel that could be helpful to the body of believers, those that might even be taking a look at this right now?
Yeah, man. Really, words of wisdom, because I know it's a lot of brothers that deal with this, because I've seen it, I've dealt with it before, is, I don't know how this is going to sound, but we got to be careful on what we put in our body.
Hallelujah. Say it out loud, all right?
We have to be careful about what we're putting in our bodies. And I'm talking about food, medicines, to drugs.
Hallelujah.
Even drugs, because I don't know who, but I know there's some brothers out there, sisters out there that's still dealing with drug issues. And I'm telling you, bro, it ain't that. I done been in that situation where I can tell you some stories about that too.
Hey man, I mean,
and it ain't good.
Bring it up.
It ain't good, bro. It's all witchcraft. It's all witchcraft. From the medicines that the doctor got to the drugs, food, all of it. You gotta be careful with what we putting in our bodies, because I ain't gonna lie, man. It's certain things that I done seen myself like put in my body and make me feel a certain way.
Things like marijuana, things like other things.
Even with food.
Okay.
Even with certain food, it's you can tell the difference.
Some of these meats.
You can even tell some of the meat. You can tell the difference in the dreams. You can tell the difference in your everyday walk. The way you breathe.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you this. Before I came into this truth, before I quit eating pork, the doctor so-called said I had asthma.
Man.
When I started following the dietary law, it just magically went away, bro.
I think they need to hear that, man. Can you say that one more time?
I say it. I had asthma before I came into this truth, but when I started following the dietary law, it just went away just like that, out of nowhere. Like I no longer had asthma.
Man.
And I was one of them. I needed a machine. I needed the puffy inhaler at least 2 to 3 times every day.
Man.
Every day. I couldn't participate in gym. They wouldn't let me box when I was young because of the asthma. But when I started following the Most High's dietary law, it went away.
Hallelujah.
I'll praise to the Father.
Hallelujah.
So I got a testimony of. I'm a firm believer of the things you put in your body can affect your health.
Hallelujah.
And your thoughts.
And your thoughts, dreams, and everything.
All of that, bro.
So let me ask you, man, because you've been you got any new albums you're working on? Any new projects you're dealing with?
We got a lot.
You don't want to let the cat out the bag right now, huh?
I will put one out the bag because I want everybody to hear this, but I am trying to put together a mix called Kids of the Slave. But it's going to be a mix full of different Hebrews from all over that, you know what I'm saying, that we rotate with. You know what I mean? Or if anybody that do see this and y'all know who I am, got my info, hit me up, because I'm trying to get as many as y'all can.
Right.
On this mix called Kids of the Slave, you know what I mean? And if you got a song that you want to put on there yourself, like, hey, I'll put this on Kids of the Slave, you don't do that. That's my plan. That's my goal, is to try to put together a mix with all of us.
Hallelujah.
The ones that, you know, really rock with solid, that I feel like it's not doing this for nothing vanity. We doing this for the Father. We doing this for the Father, to reach the lost sheep, because that's what we need to be doing. I ain't for debating either. That's one thing I ain't for. Debating to me is for snakes.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's anybody that's trying to cause discord, that's a sin according to the eyes of the Most High.
Right.
And debating, that's what that causes a lot of.
And it's amazing. Me hearing your story, I feel like when I look across at you, I see so many similarities. You know what I'm saying? Because I was raised in the same type of church. I was in the streets just like you. And when I look at you, I used to have the long hair, I used to have the gold teeth. I used to have all that stuff. You know what I mean? Being down the street selling all kind of drugs and things of that nature. We definitely gonna have to continue to link and build.
Yeah, bro.
But I want to see if you have any last words of wisdom that you want to share to the brothers and sisters out there.
Fear the Most High. That's the beginning of it. That's the beginning of wisdom. Fear the Most High.
A lot of things are happening out here because people don't fear the Most High, right?
Fear it. They don't. They say they love him. You can't love him if you ain't keeping his commandments.
Right.
That's what Scripture say.
What about people that's probably straddling the fence, and it's kind of hard for them to believe that, you know, that we could possibly be the people of the book? What do you guys say for people like that?
Man, all you got to do is don't take our word for it. Look into it for yourself. I heard a brother say the other day, and it made so much sense. He said, man, you can get on like how we get on Google, you Google everything, find out about it. You get on Google for 10 minutes and look into what we're talking about. And I guarantee you, 10 minutes of your day, you're going to see something that's going to make that light come on. It's not hard. Y'all just have to take your time and don't take our word for it. Because, it was, I'm 35 now, about to be 36. I'll be 36 in a couple months. I found out I was an Israelite at 18 years old. It took me all the way until I was 30 years old to actually come all the way into this and start walking this. It takes some time, but just look into it. Don't take our word. I didn't. Like I said, somebody told me at 18 and I didn't take that word. It did spark a light. I didn't take his word though. I looked into it for myself. And when I looked in and from what I found, I couldn't deny it. So just look into it for yourself. Don't take none of our word. Count every man as a liar.
Hallelujah. And last but not least, if for those that's taking a look at this interview and they say, that brother's testimony is powerful, I want to reach out to him myself personally. Hey, what kind of way that people can reach out to you?
Facebook name, Vizion Yisrael. Vizion with a Z. Yisrael. I'm on every platform. YouTube. You can inbox me on one of the songs or something on YouTube under Vizion the Hebrew. Vizion the Hebrew. That's how you can find me on everything. Vizion the Hebrew. And hit me up. Hey, I'm always open to talk. I'm open to anybody want to vent, anything like that. I know some of us really be needing that. I'm always looking for that.
And you I know that you were in the Indianapolis area, right?
Right.
So anybody in that area, if you're taking a look at this as well, feel free to reach out.
We Indianapolis area, we have Shabbat classes every Saturday at 111 East 34th Street, Indianapolis, Indiana. Every Saturday, 111 East 34th Street. And if anything changes, you will know, because all you got to do is go to my Facebook page and we always post it. And one of my brothers, they always post it. You will know if we're not at the building, but for the most part, we're at the building. 111 East 34th Street, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Hallelujah. Well, here we have it. Vizion the Hebrew, live and direct. I was able to get his testimony. We got a very powerful man. He's been at these events, and just the spirit that's upon him, hearing where the Most High has brought him from to where he's taking him to right now. You just keep on looking out. You're going to keep seeing him. As the Most High continue to use him. You love the humility. He keeps saying over and over again, I'm just a filthy rag. I'm just a filthy rag. And it's not too many people that will share those same sentiments, because so many people are filled with pride, they're puffed up. But to hear a man saying, I'm a filthy rag, I'm nothing without the Most High. So I appreciate your time, bro. And I pray the Most High be with each and every single one of you that are taking a look at this until the next time. Shalom, shalom.